Hey YouTube, I'm back again with another pickups video. It's been a couple of weeks now since I last did one of these. I haven't really got that much in the last 2 weeks, primarily because 88 Films Indiegogo project, spent quite a bit on that, and there's quite a few upcoming pre-orders in the next couple of weeks that I'm getting as well. So that's pretty much blown the budget for this month. So yeah, just a few things here to show you for the last 2 weeks. So firstly, charity shop pickup. This is Scooby-Doo in Where's My Mummy. This was £1 from the British Red Cross, and also from the British Red Cross for £1, Scooby-Doo Abracadabra 2. So there's a couple more Scooby-Doo titles to add to my growing collection. And then something here I've not heard of for a very long time. Pennies from Heaven. This is the complete Dennis Pennis. Dennis Pennis was around in the 80s, I think it was the 90s, probably the 90s, maybe even the early 2000s. No, I think it was probably the 90s. But I just seem to remember him being hilariously funny. There it says there, 95 to 97. Yeah, this was again a £1 from the British Red Cross. So I'm really looking forward to checking these out again. Then these next two are a couple of videotapes which tie up a collection for me. So we have Beavis and Butthead, the history of Beavis Part 3, and Beavis and Butthead in Sticky Situations. Like I said, they're the last two I need for kind of, I suppose, for my Beavis and Butthead VHS collection. I believe there are 19. I should be counting before I started. I'm sure there are 19 VHS tapes, not including the movie, that were released in the UK. They are the last two that I needed for that set. There were a further 5 or 6, I believe, released only in Australia, that never got a release over here. So technically, I do need those. I don't have any of those, but they're so expensive. They very rarely show up in the UK, and when they do, when they're on eBay, people are asking, but I've never actually seen one sell, upwards of 20-25 quid each. Who knows? Maybe one or two will appear in auction at some point, and we'll get to see what the true value of them are. But at the moment, they only ever appear very, very seldomly, and always at buying houses that are ridiculously expensive. So for the moment, I'm chuffed with those two to complete my UK collection. And a couple of HD DVDs. This one came the other day. It was in my most recent HD DVD collection update, and this was Transformers. It was sent to me from another YouTuber, the Movie Man. Yeah, this is one that I've been looking for my collection for a long time. I do have Transformers, the UK release, but it was this Australian release, and I specifically wanted, yeah, he kindly sent it to me, so I was really chuffed for that. Another HD DVD I got off eBay, Half Baked. This leaves me now with, I believe, 2 more titles to complete my Universal collection of HD DVDs. One thing about this that I was a little bit concerned when it arrived. I don't know if this is going to show up on the camera, but the disc Is it gonna? It's way too reflective. But there's some marks on the disc. There you go. Maybe you could just see them there. They've gone again. Just below my finger there. There you go. Now they don't appear to be on the surface. I don't think. They're not smudges. They're not. It's not muck. It's something within the disc itself. And this isn't the first disc I've had that's like this. I've got I've got 2 copies of The Grinch with the same problem, and both of them freeze up. They won't work. This I watched on Friday. It was awful, by the way. It was a terrible movie, but it played through. So that was a relief. Like I said, the other 2, well, I have a third one as well. I have the interpreter, but that plays through fine as well. But the 2 copies of The Grinch I have with those same markings on do not play through. They freeze, which is unfortunate. But this one, it worked. But yeah, it was an awful movie. There you go. Then lastly, a couple of Blu Rays. Arrow release. This was on eBay, buying out £11. I had a £5 negative voucher to use on eBay, so this cost me £6. It was brand new. Watched it the other night. Brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. And then lastly, this arrived on Friday or yesterday. No, yesterday morning this arrived. Well, it doesn't come out officially for another 2 weeks. This is Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Boulderama. This is the 88 films release with the slipcover. I watched this yesterday morning after it arrived, and it was fucking brilliant. Excuse my French. It was really good. I mean, it was so cheesy, and at times it was really bad, but it was bad in a good way. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is a film that I completely missed back in the 80s. I don't know how or why, but it passed me by, and I didn't really know of its existence until I saw the 88 Films released it on DVD a few years ago. But I didn't buy it on DVD, although it was on the wish list. It's got some reversible out there. The Imp, which was the original name of the movie. Yeah, I had no idea if this film even existed until a couple of years ago when I saw it, that 88 Films had released it, and it was one that I was intending on getting at some point. But then when they announced the Blu Ray, I thought, right, definitely time to get it. So I pre-ordered it on their website because of the comes with the slipcover, and it arrived. Obviously, they get their stock like Arrow early and send it out as soon as they get it, whereas if you order from Amazon, which I normally do order from Amazon because they're usually cheaper, you have to wait till the release day. But yeah, I picked this up from their website, plus I had a discount voucher from they do a points program called Skulls. When you buy something, you get so many skulls, and then you add them up and get discounts. So I got a couple of quid off. So yeah, all in all, it was only £11, so I was well happy with that. It's £1 more than it is on Amazon, but to pay an extra quid to get it a couple of weeks early, I was happy to do that. Anyway, that's me rambling again. So they're just the few little bits and bobs that I've picked up in the last 2 weeks. I've got another pre-order that comes out tomorrow that I would have thought would have come yesterday, but it didn't, so it'll probably arrive tomorrow. And I've got one more HD DVD on order, which that should have arrived last week as well. That's late, so hopefully that'll come soon. And then Don't know if there's any pre-orders next weekend, but certainly the weekend after there's 4 or 5 that I'm picking up. So yeah, it might be a couple more weeks before my next pickups video, but in the meantime, my second part of my steelbook collection will be coming very soon, and hopefully I'll be finishing that off over the next week, maybe 2 more parts after part 2 to complete that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.